call the Sewer Utility District Commission of August 29th to order. Please call the roll.
Commissioner Strelchuk?
Here.
Commissioner Bushy?
Here.
Commissioner Meyer?
Here.
Commissioner Hancher?
Here.
Commissioner Garrow?
Here.
Commissioner Parrish?
Here.
Commissioner Schneider?
Here.
Commissioner Nervin?
Here. First, we have a discussion item, overview of action items for the proposed sewer service area boundary amendment. I assume either Kristen or someone will take the point.
I will take the point. Good evening, commissioners. We just wanted to provide a little overview of why we're having an additional meeting beyond that to contemplate the sewer service area boundary amendment. We've been working with the two adjacent property owners that are otherwise enclosed by the proposed subdivision property on whether or not they would be interested in also being considered as a part of the sewer service area boundary amendment. After some conversations, they are interested in doing so, provided that the developer would extend a lateral to the adjoining property lines for them to otherwise use. This is consistent with what we have required in central growth requirements for extension to existing parcels, but to memorialize that, given the permanentness of the sewer service area boundary amendment, we're asking for your approval of two additional items. And that's the development agreement language that would eventually be included in the final version of the developer agreement, spelling out the terms and conditions for the requirement for that lateral extension. And then subsequently, the agreement with the property owners that echoes those indications of what the developer will provide, and also explain to them the terms and conditions of the sewer service area boundary amendment, not the least of which is the sewer tax. So those two items are, separately on the agenda. We just kind of wanted to explain how they are incorporated into what we're ultimately requesting is the approval of that sewer service area boundary amendment.
Are there any questions for staff before we take up those items?
Just one.
Okay.
That would be
Commissioner
the
Meyer.
extent of that? Just those two?
Correct. Those are the only two that could ultimately be served. As you know, the Mequon Nature Preserve is otherwise further to the east and has no facilities in the general area, and Huntington Park to the west is already connected.
Okay.
I think I saw Commissioner Parrish.
Sure. Thank you. What is it called private sewer service? If it's private sewer now and they're hooking up to public, maybe this is...
The lateral is private, so that's why it's a private sewer service. It's not a main extension.
Okay.
It would be essentially a joint lateral, which in some worlds is called a private interceptor main. In this case, for consistency between the two documents, because the development agreement is ultimately an agreement between the city and the developer, and the sewer service agreement is the agreement between the city and the property owners. We're trying to get some consistency with the language.
Okay. Commissioner Strelchuk.
Yeah. Page 8 of the packet, there were some requested adjustments to the agreement there where staff called out comments on the side that you weren't in agreement with them. So as we have it before us, is the clean version or is this one, just for point of clarity?
It's the clean version. We just wanted to share what the developer's requests for amendments to that were. We're not recommending those modifications, but we wanted them to be represented in the packet in terms of what the developer was requesting.
I think your recommendations as staff is very fair. So thank you.
Okay, we're getting maybe a little ahead of ourselves.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to take up the resolutions here. The first up is Resolution 3975, resolution approving language to be incorporated into a development agreement for Swan Ridge Farms for private sewer service to adjacent properties. So, is there a motion?
Move approval.
Second. Motion and a second. So if there's any further discussion, let's keep rolling now. We do have Let's see, is this the right? No, this is the wrong item. Just want to make sure we're not missing any public comment. It's on the next item, so we're still on 3975. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That matter is recommended onto the council. We now have resolution 3976 before us. A resolution approving sanitary sewer service area of agreements for properties adjacent to the proposed site development at Swan Ridge Farm subdivision. Those being 10129 and 10133 North Swan Road.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, let's get public comment first. We do have two people registered to speak to this item. First, we have Bob Breeze from 10133 North Swan. He supports, wishes to speak.
I think I'll pass it. I'm just here to support what the staff is.
Okay, thank you. And Jane Chavaco, 10129 North Swan Road, supports and wishes to speak. Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Any further discussion from the council on resolution 3976? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That matter is recommended to the council. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned. We will now convene as a common council. Please call the roll. Or we can let the record reflect that everyone was here. The last meeting is still here, and we can do the pledge if we're not going to take the roll.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First, we have a public hearing. Resolution 3974, a resolution to adopt an amended water quality management plan. This was recommended by the Sewer Utility District on August 10th. Is there a motion to go into public hearing?
Move to go into public hearing.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor of going into public hearing, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We're in public hearing. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak about this item?
Move to close.
Motion to close. Second. Second. Motion and a second. All those in favor of closing public hearing, please say aye.
Aye.
We are now back in council. We'll move on to resolutions. Resolution 3975, the development agreement for private sewer service to adjacent properties we just discussed in sewer utility district meeting.
Move approval.
Second.
Is there a question?
Are we gonna take up that item?
Well, we will. It's item C. I figured
Oh,
we're
yeah.
going to blow through these so quick. There's no sense in suspending the rules. So.
Twice. Sorry.
It's bucking the trend. Yep. We had a motion and a second. Is that correct? Motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution 3975 is approved. We have before us 3976. Again, this item we just took up is the sewer utility district for approving the sanitary sewer area agreements for properties at 10129 and 10133. Recommendation was recommended by the sewer utility district about 2 minutes ago.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution 3976 is approved. Now we'll get to resolution 3974, a resolution to adopt an amended water quality management plan. This was recommended on August 10th by the Sewer Utility District and just had a public hearing a couple minutes ago here at council. Is there a motion to approve?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Staff must have done an excellent job.
We try.
You usually deliver, yeah. Hearing no questions, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And that measure is approved. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Sorry we were late.